Alright, so I'm going to try to do some videos for you so you can see what my mouth is doing in the meantime before I can be at rehearsal, and hopefully this will help. So we're going to start with the expression on page 14, Comme, beau. So that's, gosh, you're handsome, gosh, you look really handsome. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it word by word. I'm going to say it how you would say these sounds in our anglicized way that we say it, and then I will say it in the French way that we say it, and I will go back and forth between the two. I will say them out loud, the different ways, and then I will do the mouth positions that you would do like in English or in French, but I won't make any noise, so you can just focus on how my muscles are different. But I'll do the first one, and I think you'll sort of get what I'm saying. Yeah. So, okay, the first word is comme, comme. So, in English, if we were to sort of anglicize this sound, we'd say come, like come here, I guess. So, that is come in English, and then come in French, come in English, and come in French. And now I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to make any noise. I'm going to do the English several times over, and then I'll tell you when I'm switching, I'll switch to the French. And I'll do that several times over, and then I'll tell you, and then I'm going to do them back to back, and I think that that is where you'll see a lot of the difference. You'll get the different, where you should be placing your mouth instead. Anyway, okay, so, English, and then French, alright, let me switch back and forth between the two. So I'll do English first, and then French, and then English, and then French, and probably a third time I'll do English and then French. So English is up first. So there's not a big difference in that one. Is the French, is the English. So I think the biggest difference is that the corners of my mouth are wider for the French one. So with English it's, and then French it's, and it's a little bit wider. Comme, comme, and that M is more accented. So we'd say come in English, and we'd say come, come. So and widen the and say come, come, come. Okay, tu, u. So in English we'd say two, like the number 2, and in French we'd say tu, u, u. The bottom of your lip is like really puckered and in. I remember my French teacher in, look like I'm flipping you off, when my French teacher in middle school would do this and I got that noise really good because I remember her being like, it's almost like the bottom of your lip is so puckered that it's like curling out over itself. Alright, so in English we'd say tu, and in French you'd say tu, u. So you can see the corners of your mouth are in a little bit more. I'm going to do English first, several repetitions of it, not making any noise, and then I will tell you, I'll switch to French and we'll do the same thing back and forth. So, we're starting with English, number 2. So, and then in French it's, so back and forth now. We're going to do English first, and then French, and then English, and then French, and then probably a third time English and then French. So, English first. So it is just a lot of tension right here, bringing them even closer to and to So I'll do just the oo's because that's where the difference is really. So oo and I wish the lighting were better in here, but hopefully this is giving you an idea, and then we can work one-on-one. So, oo, 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 That's English. U is the noise we're looking for in French. So tu, u, tu. And I feel like my bottom lip is pulled down a little further than in English, and that and my top lip is pulled down a little further than in English, and my bottom lip is even puckered even closer. U, u, u. So tu, tu, u, tu, u, 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 u. Yeah, it comes down. Alright. A. So in English we'd say A, and in French you say A. So it's like you're smiling, and I, A, 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 A. So I'll do English first. So A is, and then French is. So back and forth, it's alright, yeah? So A in English, and A, and A. Alright, last one is beau. So in English we'd say like bow, like hair bow. So in English it's like beau, and in French it's beau. So the difference, we go beau and beau. So from the side, beau. Alright, so let me do alright, I'm going to say beau in English several times without making any noise, and then I will switch to saying beau in French without making any noise. I'll tell you when I switch. So, I'm going to do English first. And then switching to French. Excuse me. Is so back and forth. So we're going to do English first. Is and I'll do it to the front. So English first is so beau. And this is different than tu, u. You see the difference? So tu, beau. U, beau. Can you do it from the side? U, beau. U, beau. U, beau. Let me do it without making any noise. So I'll do it to the side. Alright, so put that all together is comme, tu, es, beau. Comme, tu, es, beau. Oh my god. And we're running the two middle words together. Sorry, I'm teaching you too proper of a way to say it. So, comme, te. You don't even have to know that freaking U noise, because you're just going to run it together. So it's te, a, instead of te. It's te. So English is, and French is. So back and forth. English first is, French is. So comme, te, beau. 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 Alright, so that was a lot of time spent learning how to do this, and hopefully this is helpful, and I will see you next Monday.